There we go. The grass is green take from Metatron as usual. Copyright claiming another content creator because you're ashamed of the fact that they destroyed you in a fair debate is a sign of a weak, unmanly mind. You're weak if you do something like that. Even more so when permission was given. What am I talking about? Mohammed Hijab versus God Logic. Now, there was a debate that occurred between these two creators, one being a Muslim and one being a Christian. Now, personally, this is the first time that I hear, I've never heard of either. But when it comes to God Logic Apologetics, of course, he's a Christian and he is the victim in this case, and the perpetrator is this scumbag. Before any of you tries to accuse me of, oh, it's just because you're a Christian and so of course you're going to side with the Christian guy against the Muslim apologist, how about you look at the evidence of what happened and then you tell me, even if you're a Muslim, if you're honest about this, what you're going to think is that, oh, damn, not only the Christian guy did nothing wrong and he followed precisely the rules of engagement when it comes to online debates, particularly when it comes to sensitive topics, whether it be politics, religion, or social issues pertaining to culture. But the Muslim guy, this Mohammed Hijab, he made your religion look bad, like really bad. And you should be mad at him. That's a reality. You should be mad, not at me, not at God Logics, but at this guy. I'm going to jump on X right now and I'm going to give an opportunity to both creators to present their position and point of view so that we can then decide who we think is full of shit and who we think is in fact in the right in this case. So let's start with God Logic _ GL. What he says here is atting Team YouTube specifically, and he says, "Dear at Team YouTube, the YouTube channel Mohammed Hijab is abusing the copyright system to attack other channels. Here is a video clip of him giving me verbal consent to put our discussion on my channel. After I posted it, he filed a copyright complaint. Why is this being allowed? Are people allowed to deceptively give verbal consent to post content in order to get the person a strike?" Okay, so first and foremost, I'd like to actually kind of talk to him directly because here we see the words copyright complaint and then the word strike. So my question is, neither is acceptable, of course, but they are on two different tiers. Did this guy copyright claim your video, thereby removing all of your monetization and taking, in fact, the monetization of the video? Or did he actually give you a content strike for copyright infringement, a much more heinous and unforgivable practice?
Yeah. So is it okay that I record this and put it on my channel? Just want to get a verbal confirmation. We're good?
Well, I mean, look, you can go live right now. I mean, I haven't got any issues with that myself.
Okay, this already is deceptive in nature. He didn't answer the question that was asked. Let's listen to it again because this shows, look at the face of this guy, seriously. Let's listen to it again.
So is it okay that I record this and put it on my channel?
Is it okay that I record this and put it on my channel? That's not live streaming. He's not talking about live streaming. He's not asking about whether or not he could go live right now. He's saying, is it okay if I record and put it on my channel, of course, as a subsequent action once the discussion is over? That's the question, and he was being very specific. What does he say? He clearly doesn't want to say yes to that, I imagine.
Want to get a verbal confirmation? We're good?
Well, I mean, look, you can go live right now. I mean, I haven't got any issues with that myself.
He's doing this to create plausible deniability. This is quite clear. He is answering a different question so that because his intention is already to copyright strike him, I imagine if he doesn't like how this goes, and then if people say, but you gave consent, he's going to be like, I gave consent to live streaming, I didn't give consent. Yeah, you're doing this on purpose. It's plausible deniability. You knew exactly what you were doing.
Yeah, I'm recording.
I thought you were live already.
Yeah, I'm recording right now, so I'm just making sure I can
go live. Go live so that your people can see what's happening right now.
Oh, they will. So I just want a verbal confirmation you're not going to copyright strike me.
Okay, so at this point, it doesn't matter because whatever possible defense you could have, if you are a follower of his, whatever possible defense you could have used or maybe misunderstood, it was a misunderstanding. No, because he's specifically saying, if he says that he's not going to do that,
no, you're going to go live and it's absolutely fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a snake right there. That's a snake. He didn't say that. And he thinks he's smart. I mean, if it was me, God Logic, maybe next time, to refuse until you get the exact words that you are looking for. At this point, I would have canceled the debate. I'd be like, no, you've been deceptive. You're eluding my question. You need to answer my question or I'm not going to do this. Of course, it's easy to say with, hindsight is 20/20, but you know what I mean. Maybe for next time, we can all learn from this.
Cool. All right. Awesome.
Awesome.
So
And he said awesome because, of course, he believed that this guy had no problems with the copyright, but and he was unfortunately wrong. Okay. Team YouTube, we take misuse of our copyright tools very seriously and take strong action when we find abuse. Excellent, including terminating channels. Irrelevant, but fine. Also, we'll look into your concern. This has been edited because the first time I read this, they said, I wish it was here, I wish I took the screenshot, but the first time I read their response, they were saying, also, we notice you used the full name of the creator, please remove that. And it was like, it's the name of their channel. So what are you on about? Anyways, and as someone is saying he lost the argument and decided to use this. Yeah, of course, that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. So now several people signal boosted this, me included. I said signaling this, abusing the copyright strike feature because you're butthurt you lost the debate is the ultimate sin within the YouTube space. It doesn't matter who does it or where they stand. It doesn't matter if they have your politics, your religion, etc. This Mohammed Hijab guy should remove the strike immediately, or we should all make videos about it to call him out. Supporting GodLogic GL on this, he's in the right. And then we have one of my viewers saying, good on you for calling this out. If I had a following, I would do the same. Glad to see someone with high sub count helping out. It's bullshit and everyone can see it. Yeah, absolutely. And in fact, this is why I'm making a video about it.
Hijab, you absolute coward. You know, I get it. I understand the embarrassment. I understand the humiliation. I understand you wanting to hide because of what has happened to you as a narcissist. You know, you can't believe that this has just been done to you by someone as unqualified as I am. Mm-hmm. You know, you with your 6 degrees, with your education, with you knowing multiple languages, able to speak the Arabic and having access to all of the tafsir and the commentary and the exegetes. There's no way that this could have happened to you. Mm-hmm. Right? Access to the scholarly exegetes and the tafsir and the asbab al-nuzul. There's no way someone like me can be more knowledgeable on the Islamic subjects than you.
I kind of like this guy. I'm not gonna lie.
Right?
I got fries. McDonald's fries. Come on.
You are the same coward. It's the same spirit, just a different body. And so, despite you giving verbal confirmation,
and the laughs is so annoying. This mug face. One thing I wanted to say though is that you still can't copyright claim, even if he uses the defense of, I only agreed with the live stream right, but VODs stay up unless people selectively remove them. So even the VOD, where this would have been a live event, would have stayed on the system. What were you going to do? Copyright claim that as well? Of course he would have.
copyright strike me.
No, you're going to go live and it's absolutely fine.
Okay, cool. You still go through with the copyright strike. So what does this tell us? This tells us that you're a dog. It tells us that you're a coward. It tells us that you're fearful. It tells us that you're egotistical, you're fragile, you're soft. You're soft. You cannot handle someone that can outmatch you.
Yeah, it is. The video is removed. I'm just going to give you a free piece of advice, Mohammed. Next time that you think that the debate didn't go the way you wanted, and let's say that you think from your perspective that your words got twisted. So imagine that that's your perspective. What is the best course of action? Not only for you in the way you appear in the public space as a content creator and debater, apologist, but also in the way you make your religion appear and the apologists in your religion. Two options. The copyright strike, so no one will be able to see this. Well, every time someone tries to block information on the internet, the opposite happens and it gets spammed everywhere. You can't block. Once it's online, it's forever. In fact, the more you try to suppress it, the more it will explode. So that was a tactical choice that was wrong, terrible. And it also kind of shows that you think you are intellectually inept. Because instead, if you are convinced that, oh, my opponent, he twisted everything, he lied, he misunderstood, he doesn't know what he's talking about, I know. Let the video exist, make a reaction commentary to that video, and demonstrate through your intelligence, preparation, education, scriptural analysis, exegesis, and all the other translation layers. If you are the better mind, if you are so superior that you laugh at your opponent, then wouldn't this be the easiest takedown on the planet. And in fact, you can monetize and make money off of it. Yet you didn't, which tells me that you thought you couldn't do it. And you instead wanted to go through the route of, I'm just going to suppress it. Didn't work. But even that was strategically not sound as a decision. Even damage control. It didn't. And here's the thing. Like here, clearly we have a sympathizer, probably one of the followers of the Muslim guy. And look, he says, Muhammad Hijab destroyed God logic in intense live debate resulting in complete and utter humiliation. Were this true, he would have let it appear everywhere. Like, let's use reason and logic for a moment. That's why I'm saying, no matter who you are, you should agree with me on this. In fact, I hope that there are Muslim people who watch me that go and tell him off for what he did. Because what this Elo guy is saying now is ridiculously stupid. But no, he tried to suppress it, so shut up. Unbelievable. At this point, do you even care about the truth? Does the truth matter in this space? Does he say something about this? He has 465,000 followers. How? Someone who behaves like this. How? Okay, so he accuses of... Look, so he's saying, oh, ChatGPT. And if that were true, you would have destroyed him. Or you would have not needed to result to copyright striking the guy. You can't use any of this anymore. You lost that privilege. Arrogant high school dropout. See, that's character assassination.
From
fallacy of authority. We know what this is. We know what he's trying to say. Yeah, he's spamming everything everywhere. Yeah, it's insane, man. This is cope like I've never seen it before. Insane. He didn't even try. I've never seen anyone spam this much. Like, this is full-on cope. And he could have done it, by the way, fully legitimate. You know, the guy makes his video shorts, clips, and then you make yours, fine. But you copyright struck him. So no amount of this is ever going to take back what you have done, which gives you a position of intellectual loss. What does Bless God Studios have to say about this?
The title is Career Ended. God Logic officially ends Muhammad Hijab's career life. Now, I'll be honest.
Okay.
Thought this was clickbait. Thought this was hyperbole. And I will say I was wrong. This is pure theater, okay? I didn't think it would be as bad as it was. God Logic's a phenomenal debater. His ability to retain information and recall is unlike anything I've ever seen before. And the ability to do this while not being perceived as unlikable while still being very firm was phenomenal. So I'm gonna play you guys 2 shorts from it. Go watch the debate. I have never seen anything like this. Okay, so this is the first clip. The amazing part about all of this is this all happens, this first part happens within like the same minute. Okay, check this out.
What does Furqan mean? What does Furqan mean?
Furqan means criterion.
Furqan. What does Furqan mean? Criterion. It means criterion. Why is he asking him that? Well, what does this word mean? And then this is potentially actually career ending. Okay, because watch how they laugh at God Logic. They think they got him, right? Because they ask him, what does this mean? It means criteria. Well, the Quran is the criteria. But watch this.
Okay, so what does it mean?
A standard of truth that tells you what's right and what's wrong.
They're laughing. Now watch this. Now watch this.
Because the Torah is Al Furqan.
The Torah is the way you interpret the Quran. And if the Torah is the standard, the criteria, that then falsifies the Quran. So his own argument imploded right in his face. And let me go to the community post here because this is great. Where is it? He says, yeah, these 2 pictures are literally within the same minute.
Yeah. I see. I can see now. Thank you very much. God bless Studios. Really appreciate your explanation here. But as I say, this was signal boosted by several people. Here we've got Andrew Wilson. He says, our story so far, God Logic, prominent online Christian apologist known for taking on Islamic apologists, did a high-profile debate with Muhammad Hijab. After filibustering the entire debate, post-debate, Hijab issues a copyright strike, abuse of YouTube system. So it was a strike, yeah. That's insane. Nonsense. Remove the strike.